Hello, YouTube. And no, I did not fart, my floor creaks. But anyway, this is a vlog about one of those autism things that people just don't seem to get. So I'm going to try to help you get it. Eye contact. That thing where neurotypicals seem to think that where your eyes are focused will determine where your ears are focused. Ugh, why? Why is eye contact such a big deal? It's one of those things that has always confused me. I kind of know why it's done, why it's necessary, but eye contact creeps me out. Prolonged eye contact. Okay, if you're autistic and you have issues with prolonged eye contact, you may want to scroll my eyes off of your screen for a second, because I'm going to be staring. Right now, I'm staring. Okay? This seems to be what neurotypicals want. And sometimes it's even uncomfortable for me to look at my camera lens because it's like an eye. And I know that my camera can see me because it's recording me. But neurotypicals seem to think that this means I'm listening. But actually, if it's me and you're making me do this, I'm not listening at all. I'm so focused on keeping my eyes directed in an unnatural place that I'm not going to hear what you say. I'm going to know you're talking, but I'm not going to hear it. It's not going to go in and stick. But if you let me do this, and just let me be my natural self, and just let my eyes wander, I might look towards your mouth because that's what moves. All of a sudden I might remember some of what you said a whole lot better than if we were doing this. Now, those that have issues with eye contact, you can scroll me back on your screen because I'm not staring at the camera anymore. I apologize if I had to make you uncomfortable, but I'm trying to teach a lesson here. So how do I read people if I don't look at their eyes? Well, first of all, when someone is looking me in the eye and I'm looking back, and not by my choice, I feel like they can read everything about me. I feel like they can see every thought I'm having as I'm having it. It feels like having all of my internal organs just pulled out through my pupils. And I don't like that feeling because you can do it to me and I can't do it back. So I feel like I'm in like a one-sided thing, and it's like, no, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop. And another thing is that there's some neurotypical people that will follow your eyes trying to get your eye contact, so they will do this. And I have fun with the people who do that, because one time I made a teacher get all the way on the floor to look up at me, and that was the most hilarious thing ever. Oh my God. She was actually all the way down looking up at me like this. And I stayed there and I made her talk to me like this. I mean, neurotypicals are so trainable, like really. No, that was probably very mean to that teacher, but that teacher was not respecting the way I listen. So I was not going to respect the way she talked, and I made her look like the fool. I pity the fool. Anyway, oh God, I just echolaliated Mr. T. Whoa, that's really old. Oh my God, that was from childhood. Anyway, so one way I can illustrate eye contact to me is the one-way mirror, where you can see your reflection and you can't see the person behind the mirror, but they can see all of you. So what better way to illustrate this than mirrored sunglasses? Okay, now my eyes are out of the picture. Now you're seeing the way I see, sort of. I'm exaggerating because not everybody walks around wearing sunglasses 24/7. But anyway, now here is how I read people. I don't read their eyes. I can read fictional characters' eyes only because I see the context of the situation they're in and I know their story, so I know why they may be experiencing an emotion. It's like I can tell you what the 12th Doctor is feeling in Doctor Who because I have seen the episode and I know the situation and why he's reacting the way he is. But if I were to bump into Peter Capaldi on the street and he had the same look on his face, he's not in doctor mode. So he could be having a bad day or something. If he's like sad, he might just have had a bad day, but you know, I don't know that. I just know it's like, oh, it's Peter Capaldi. Hi. I would love to meet that guy. Seriously. I want to touch his hair. I really want to touch Peter Capaldi's hair. It just looks so fluffy and his floof. It's his floof. Anyway, so how do I read people then if I'm not looking at their eyes? Well, I can kind of, generally I look at their whole face and I can guess what they're feeling based on whether they're smiling or not. Or sometimes their mouth might be drooping, because when people are sad, their mouths kind of droop sometimes. It's like... And I also pay attention to what eyebrows are doing, because, you know, I do pretty good people's eyebrow. You know, just like The Rock, if you smell what The Rock is cooking. You know, I read their eyebrows, and, you know, I listen to their tone of voice, and I watch their body language and their body movements. Now, with body language and movements, it's kind of an individual basis, because everybody kind of, there's some universal body language, but there are some people that they kind of do things that are all their own. You know, like there are some people that when they think something is funny, they might go like, but somebody else might do this because something has really upset them. So it's kind of, I gotta learn each individual person's patterns, but you know, generally I know that somebody that's coming like this probably wants to hug me, so I usually will throw my arms out to hug first. You know, because I like to be the initiator of hugging. You know, I don't mind if people hug me by surprise, but it can be kind of uncomfortable because I'm not expecting that much input, you know, sense of touch input, sensory input. So, my floor keeps creaking. Anyway, but I just watch a person's general body language, and even somebody with like a movement disability will have their own patterns of behavior. Like somebody with cerebral palsy that may have trouble moving their limbs, you know, but they may still move their torso in a certain way when they're really excited. Because I remember there was this girl with cerebral palsy in high school, and when she was really happy or if she laughed, she would like rock her body back and forth like this while she was laughing. She could talk fine. She didn't have any dysarthria issues, so she could talk fine, but she couldn't make her arms do what she wanted. They were kind of like this. She had the spastic type of cerebral palsy, so her limbs were very tight, but she could move her torso, and when she was laughing, she would do this, and if she was happy, she would do this. Now, some autistic people can do that when they're standing up, but autistic people may also go like this when they're in distress, you know, because it's like their whole body just goes into it. I do this sometimes when I'm having an explosive meltdown, because, you know, I will grab my ears and just kind of jerk around, because it's the jerking motion that helps. I'll do a video about my meltdowns. You know, I might do one right after this. But anyway, eye contact. You know, I've been doing the whole rest of this video where you can't see my eyes. Now, is it disconcerting to you because now all of a sudden you can't read this part of me that you read on other people? Well, how do you think I feel when you force me to look you in the eye? Yeah, eye contact. There's a reason we avoid it, and you should not force us to do it if it makes us uncomfortable. Because it kind of infringes on our right to be able to process information our own way. So please, don't force people to look you in the eye if they're uncomfortable about it. You wouldn't do it to a blind person. And, you know, blind people, they can't see you to look you in the eye in the first place. And for autistic people, it's an emotional and just a physical reaction. And, you know, if you want us to be really hella uncomfortable, you know, go ahead and force us to look you in the eye, but don't expect us to remember what you said. So if you got a problem with eye contact or the lack of it, well, if you're with me, deal with it. Bye!